Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Talking NFC Beast family. Here we go again. Week 3. And as we predicted, this was going to be a tough season going up against those boys over there in the AFC West. They handed out a couple of beatdowns this week, at least the two of us. My beloved Cowboys more so than the Eagles. Eagles showed up pretty respectable. My Cowboys took it on the chin. So before we get into all of that, I'm going to go around and introduce my co-hosts. Trevis Willingham. Trevis, I don't know. You good with the government.
I'm good with the government, man.
Payne Avery. And we got one Doomis. Not even going to
appreciate you, Michael.
Even more than that. Just Doomis, ladies and gentlemen. Just Doomis. But yeah, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. We're going to dive right in. And hell, I guess I'll kick it off since I think it was, pretty ugly for us. We took the biggest beat down this week, and there's not a whole lot to be said about it. Boys got a combination of being manhandled and being outcoached, all in the same. Knew it would be a tough game, but it's real going to Mile High, playing against that no-fly zone, and an amped up D line, and they actually had a great game plan. So you get what you get, and what we got was a massive beatdown. And if y'all have anything to say about that game, I have more thoughts on it, but I'll get you guys' thoughts as we go.
I'll chime in. I was a little surprised. I really thought that kind of what I spoke to last week about Dez Bryant. I just knew that he would step up a little bit more. I didn't. Yeah, but he did go against a great defender in Talib. I mean, Talib is world class, and he's a top notch defender. So I mean, but in those big moments, you got to step up for your team. And I put some of the onus on Dak because Dak, he made some bad passes. I mean, Talib should have had three interceptions really, but he dropped a couple of them. But at the same time, Dak, in that situation, they're behind. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to have to force the issue and put the ball in places where he and make throws that he probably wouldn't normally make.
You know what I feel about those two near interceptions? Okay. They were both sort of timing plays, and put it in the right spot, let Dez be Dez, use his body kind of thing. I think the biggest problem with that is Talib. What is it? Talib, yeah. He had no respect for Dez. Nope. And he was just squatting on his routes. And he was right there. Dak is kind of making a predetermined throw over there and expecting Dez to use his big body. Talib wasn't having it. And that's why you got two near interceptions. And then finally the third time was a damn charm.
Right.
But yeah, he wasn't respecting Dez at all.
Yeah, and I was really shocked that at the line of scrimmage, I mean, it seemed like that defensive line was just
9 yards.
Huh?
9 yards.
8 yards, 9 carries.
8 yards.
Yeah, I mean
9 carries, 8 yards.
Like they say, the game is won in the trenches, the battle of the trenches, and clearly Denver's D line won that battle.
Yep.
Won that battle. Were there some questionable calls in the game? Yeah. The one with special teams with the field goal. What was it? Field goal or punt? It was a field goal.
That hurt.
Yeah, that one hurt. And then the offensive pass interference on Dez, that was another call that I felt like it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it swayed the momentum of that game.
Right.
at that point, the Cowboys weren't able to get ahead of steam again or get it going again from that point on. It was kind of just like Denver just took it and made them pay from that point on.
And that makes a difference. It makes a big difference when you're scratching and clawing and fighting just to freaking stay above water, and someone pushes your head back down and drown your ass. And that's pretty much what those two calls did. And
I'll say this, I stand corrected. Simeon didn't play great, but he played better than I thought he was going to play.
Yeah, he did. He did what he needed to do. And Dallas's defense, I guess, I don't know if it's this Marinelli philosophy, man. I hate it personally because honestly, I get a little jealous looking at the Eagles and, a little bit of what the Giants do, but they attack. Mm-hmm. And that's just not Marinelli's philosophy, man. And it annoys the hell out of me. Like, he just sits back and he wants everybody kind of reading and reacting, and the DBs play super soft. Their whole thing is, if we make you drive all the way down the field, you're going to mess up somewhere along the line. But doing that, you're allowing guys like Simeon to get into a rhythm with these 7-yard passes here, 6-yard passes there, and next thing you know, his completion percentage is crazy, like 75% or something along the way. It's just going to get you beat, man. I hate it. I mean,
don't get me wrong. If it's not going to be any easier for any other team in the NFC East to go against Denver and be dominant, because that's a good football team. I mean, it's what it is.
But I always say, when you get a game like that, you're never as bad as the score, and you're never as good as the score. So
I can dig that.
I hope they're not smelling themselves too much.
Yeah, I feel.
What you got, Dumas?
Let me put my shades on to do this interview.
Yeah. And by the way, Hal, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We missed you last week.
Listen, you got to understand geographical locations. When bad weather hit, the internet is spotty. It's like having direct TV. But this is my recap of my Giant seasons thus far.
Yo, he really
right now.
Talk about the Cowboys and the Broncos.
For the Walgreens, we're not even talking about the Giants right now. We're talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, we can move right on. We can move right on to it.
Yeah, I understand. You started to get a tear when I started to talk about the yardage that Ezekiel woman beater had. And the fact that I told you exactly what was going to happen last week when you was comparing Dak with Wentz. And I said, you're going to find out what type of quarterback you have when your running back is not there. And you found out. And then you made an excuse for the reason why. Oh, it was a timing route. My ass. It was not a timing route. Your goddamn quarterback don't know how to play without a running back running for 150 yards during a game. It's simple as that. He don't know how to play. Don't make it up so it's a timing route and he could have had it twice. Oh, what do you mean he could have had it twice? No, he threw the wrong throw.
You done screaming?
And the thing is, they probably stopped Dez from getting to the podium. So Dez wouldn't say the quarterback threw the wrong damn pass, and that wasn't the pass that he was supposed to throw.
Hey, Trevis.
Tell you that from the rip.
Hey, Trevis, you're starting to look like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, because that's all he's doing right now, and he regurgitating the same bullshit he watched on First Take. That's
because, what do you mean? I told you I'm boycotting. I haven't seen anything. This is all from the heart. This is from the heart. This is from the heart. Zeke had 8 yards. 8 yards. What happened to the quarterback? Quarterback said, who do I throw to? Who do I throw to it? He threw it to Dez. He said, I got you. Thank you.
You're full that heart then. How about
that? My goodness.
It's coming from the heart. It's coming from all the same bullshit you've been watching and listening to all week about this.
I'm telling you right now. I haven't watched anything all week.
Ain't no blueprint. It's bullshit. And this bullshit about Dak not being successful if Deke doesn't have a successful game is also bullshit.
Oh, my God. Yo, you got to be kidding me. So you're going to ignore the fact that it happened?
Listen, there are about 2 teams in the league who can do what Denver did, and that's Denver and the Giants. If you don't have that same D-line and those fast-ass linebackers and them D-backs that can cover one-on-one, there is no blueprint. You think that shit is a secret? What they tried to do, what they did this weekend? Every team last year tried to do that shit. It's no secret what they did. They just came out and punched them in the mouth because they had the personnel to do it. So you can get out of here with that shit.
But you know what? I will interject and say this, Mike. The commentators really on your boy Dak Prescott for league MVP after the first game. I thought that was a stretch.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the commentators is blowing it up. Oh, Dak is an MVP. He's going to be this. He's going to be this. He's going to be that.
Up, Dumas. Nobody.
That's not cool.
Yeah,
he's not. And I like Dak Prescott actually because you know why? He comes from the SEC. He comes from the SEC. So I follow SEC players. I'm partial to the SEC. So I like the young boy Dak.
Dumas, nobody.
Ohio State, not so much.
Dumas, nobody.
But they was bigging him up. They was really bigging him up.
No. You were just upset because y'all lost. You were hearing what the hell you wanted to hear. Nobody. Dak didn't even throw for 300 yards in week 1. He threw for 1 touchdown. Who the hell was calling him an MVP?
Yeah, I
get who.
Yeah.
Right. Like, come on, dude.
That source on that one. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
Stop making up shit, Doomis. Yeah, put your bag back on. What else you got to say, Trevis? With your shit over there.
Yo, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
You ain't letting me know shit. All you did was regurgitate the bullshit.
All I'm saying is this.
All week.
I haven't heard anything. I know not. It's funny when I see the Walgreens upside down. Listen to me. So when push comes to shove, I haven't heard anything. I just want to let you know right now. I already stated it to you. You said, what was the difference? I said, well, you're going to figure out who Dak is when he does not have that running back. Now, he didn't have the running back. You calling it bullshit. He had 8 yards.
Listen to, do you hear the bullshit that y'all are saying?
Like he had 8 yards.
Do you hear the bullshit that y'all are saying?
I'm done. So no, I don't want to talk about it no more. Can we move on?
So y'all have painted Dak into
you gonna make excuses. You gonna make excuses. You making excuses.
Let me talk.
The proof is in the score. The proof is in the score.
Oh, man, let him talk. Let him talk.
The proof is in the score.
Shut up, Trevis. You ain't saying nothing right now. Y'all have painted Dak into a corner to basically say,
oh my God,
if Zeke rushes for 100 yards here on out, Dak will always suck because Dak ain't shit. What does this man have to do? So Zeke has.
You know what he had to do? You know what he had to do?
Another 10-yard game, and Dak has to throw for 300.
I'm gonna say it again because you know Avery always remembers what I said, right? So check this. Let's leave it at this. Dak should have won the game. You want to know what it would have took for us to look at Dak different? Him winning that game with 8 rushing yards by Zeke. That would have helped us look at Dak different.
There are 3 quarterbacks in the league right now who can throw the ball for 50 times plus and bring their team to a victory. That is Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. Every quarterback in the league needs a sufficient run game and some balance in order to be successful.
Why? You don't think Matt Ryan can do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you don't think Matt Ryan can do that?
I don't.
No.
Damn,
hell no.
Phillip Rivers can't do it?
No.
He never had a running game. He got tons of 3,000-yard passing season.
Sustained successful season with that formula. No other quarterback. Other than Brady, Rodgers, and Breeze. They're the only ones that go in and game out and do that shit and be successful. And even them, it'll come back to bite them in the ass after a while. So why y'all holding Dak to this fucking standard?
The standard is, if you don't have a running back, can you win the game?
What you complain about?
But here's my thing, Joe. Here's my question. The game, it takes 11 people on each side of the ball to win. It's a team sport. It's not an individual. So how do you put all that pressure on one person?
Well, the quarterback automatically gets all the pressure. He has the ball every down, and he has to do something with it. Now, at a particular time where you say this is timing routes, and oh my God, then you messed up on timing routes.
Well, was that not true? What I said? Did I say something that was?
I don't
wrong?
care if it was a timing route or not. Win the game.
Did I say something that? See, Trev,
I don't care if it's a timing route or not. I don't care if it's a timing route or not. You sound a little sensitive right now. You sound a little sensitive right now. I guess Dak is a sensitive subject for you. But I'm just letting you know. You sound a little sensitive right now. So, you know, we gonna move on because whatever somebody say Dak, it's like fire. It's like fire under your feet. You
my bullshit meter.
How was that bullshit? Who won the game?
It's real.
Who won the game?
I don't know.
Did y'all win the game?
You tell me, Trevis.
8 rushing yards. I called it last week. You said, "Oh, well, you know why do people say this about that about that?" 8 rushing yards. Did you win the game? We're
gonna have to revisit the tape, Trevis, because you were not being.
Let's revisit. I know I said it, but let's revisit it. You know, cool. No. Cool. Go ahead. We're gonna make up the next. We're gonna make up the next excuse for the Dallas Cowgirls.
Oh,
we're gonna make up the next excuse.
Hey, Trevis.
Next excuse.
We're gonna hear. I want to hear you.
That's the I ain't got no excuses for the Eagles. I tell you the truth. I ain't got no excuses for the Eagles.
Y'all won.
Let's move it on.
I'm not worried about us winning or not. The thing is, when it was a topic on the board, let's be truthful. It wasn't no timing route. It's talking about timing routes.
So that wasn't true, Trevis?
We're talking about timing routes.
Did you even watch?
You in the practice talking about it was a timing route?
Watch the game.
It was a timing route, though, Mike.
Did you watch the game?
A timing route?
Did you watch?
Come on, man. Stop it, dog. I think you need to be more critical of your own.
Can we move on and get off the Cowgirls?
Okay.
Your time's up, man.
Who put the clock on?
Hear the clock ticking, man. Come on, baby. Let's move on. The Eagles, Kansas City. Let's go. Come on. What you got to say, Trevis? I want to hear.
Okay. Now, very heartfelt game. Very hard fought game. The Eagles showed up more than what even I was sitting there thinking. Oh my God, how's this game going to turn out? Even in my bold predictions, I said we needed to win. We needed multiple interceptions to win in this game, and we got none. There was a lot of bad throws by Wentz that, one hit off the helmet and they ended up with an interception. It's some things that he got to work on. I mean, I'm loving the fact that he's sitting in the pocket, but then again, I don't think the receivers are running crisp enough routes. They went out there, they did what they had to do. Sproles fumbled, and I had no idea where that fumble came from because he's not a fumbler. But obviously, they put the helmet on the ball came out, and we had a rookie kicker who ended up missing a kick. But also, we had a play where I thought Ertz should have scored. That luck that went our way, but he ended up getting tackled, like 6 yards before the goal line. So, as far as you look at it, the Eagles showed up that game. We'll see what they do against the Giants.
I just want to just let it be known for the record that I just heard yet another excuse about the receivers. These vaunted receivers that y'all signed in the offseason. One, Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith.
Who made this?
These receivers that we were so excited about, now they're not running crisp enough routes. Is that an excuse for Wentz, Trevis? I'm just curious.
No, it's not an excuse. He did what he had to do.
I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. That's what the hell I heard.
He threw touchdowns. He threw a touchdown.
Oh, he threw a touchdown. Is that the standard?
Tight end.
Is that the standard now, Trevis?
Well, what, to throw touchdowns?
8 touchdowns.
Hey, turn your beeper off. Who got that beeper off?
No.
Turn your beeper off.
No,
Trevis, that's Trevis ass.
Somebody call me. Yeah.
He's doing that for the last since we got on the air.
So, Trevis, I got a question for you.
What's up, bro?
How many yards did your starting running back have? The one you named the starter. Half a yard.
What say you, Trevis? We can't hear you.
I'm gonna be blunt.
Yeah. How about that?
Look, first and foremost, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even check the fucking stat because I know they didn't run the ball at all. There was no need to even know the stat of that, yo. I think he probably had like -1 or something like that.
0.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Well, yo, I'm telling you right now, I didn't even check that stat. I could care less.
This is what happened to the Eagles running game. Running back by committee.
Damn it, Trevis, with that phone, man. Put it on silent, not vibrate. And answer that man question.
Turn your vibrator off and answer the question.
Vibrate.
He got a rabbit in his pocket. Running back by committee though. Right. Okay, you don't want to answer that clearly. I can tell you don't want to answer.
You got 4 running backs. You got none.
We'll move on to
y'all making statements that I already told you. I told you what it was gonna be. What? I told y'all what it was gonna be.
You're gonna run it down their throat, running back by committee. We don't know who the starter is.
We're gonna commit to the run this week. We're
just did.
They gonna commit this week when they run against the Giants. They gonna commit this week. He was all in. He was all over the news about the fact that they're not running the ball. He's gonna commit this week.
Jenkins.
Say again. I'm sorry.
Kelsey versus Jenkins. What say you, Trevis?
Well,
Kelsey.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was an interesting matchup.
Well, at times they took Jenkins off of him because they were blitzing. But once again, Andy Reid is key with doing that play to the to his best player to flip the ball up the middle on the flip play, and he got in. And I mean, Kelsey was ready to ball.
What about the one where he leaped over all your defense?
Exactly, everybody, right? And that's what that was the play that I was saying. Jenkins wasn't even on him because Jenkins ended up tackling him in the end zone. So it was like, yo, the ball jumped over one dude. Huh? He jumped.
Why they going in on your fat brother, Trevis? Why they going in on your fat brother?
They're going in on him. I mean, he the hardest thrower on defense. I mean, it is what it is. He's gonna be
your fat brother from Ohio State. Icy iota side. Why you letting him go in on icy iota side from Ohio State?
Look, man. He had 10 targets in 8 receptions. You just named one play where Jenkins went on. What about them other 7? Them other 7 receptions. 403 yards, mind you.
Ooh.
Avery came with stats. He's prepared.
Yes,
he got on late, but came with all types of stats. I think he was getting his stats printed out. That's what happened. He was printing out your stats, wasn't you?
That's why he was so late getting on the
call. He was printing out his stats. He was like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him this week. We got to win. I'm going to get him.
Hey, Trevis.
Little ass
finish him.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You haven't given one good explanation yet. I'm just saying.
What do you want me to do? I don't make up excuses like cowgirls. I'll tell you right now, I don't make up excuses. Oh, let me tell you, the way I got something for you. The way he pivoted his foot was wrong. Okay, so sometimes when you backing up and you pivot your foot in a certain direction, it don't really go like that. Cowgirl's excuse.
Why are you yelling?
I'm just letting you know.
Are you a quarterback coach now?
I'm just letting you know. It was a cowgirl's excuse. I just give up excuses for the reason on why somebody got burnt. If he got burnt, he got burnt. What you want me to do? What?
Cut that shit out. The only time you even get hyper animated is when you're talking about the Cowboys. Why can't you get that way about your own team?
When I'm talking about the cowgirls. That's
like you more hype about the Cowboys than you are about the Eagles.
Like Chubb Rock say, bring that same energy.
Yeah, that same energy.
First and foremost, what you gotta understand though, when you're talking about the Eagles, I need to be clear and concise to you. While I'm screaming about the Cowgirls, I can say anything out of my mouth. It doesn't even matter.
That makes no sense.
Care about the Cowgirls.
I'm just saying.
No sense. So typical. So
what do you mean? He asked me a question which could not be answered, but only by the stats that he just repeated back to me. The thing is this: Jenkins at the particular time
killing you. He killed.
Jenkins at the particular time when he was on him, when he was sticking Kelsey. Yes, he was burnt. Yes, he was toasted.
Facts are
Shoes were on fire. Shoes were on fire because Kelsey was gone.
Get over here!
Hey, Trevis.
Yeah.
Nigga.
he was like, nigga, help me. Nigga, like, look at this dude. This motherfucker's killing me. Help me. That's how it went, man. I mean, if you look at the game and what everybody expected the Kansas City Chiefs to do to the Philadelphia Eagles, they did not do.
Let's move on. We got to get the other losers in the room.
Yeah, come on with it, baby.
We got 2 weeks worth to make up too.
Come on, baby, bring it.
2 weeks.
Listen, hey, dog, you in the rears.
Ass whoopings.
You in the rears for this ass whooping, dog. For real.
Hey, bring it. Hey, I'm King Hill. Never ran, never will.
I had y'all losing 14-32.
I actually picked y'all to win that game too, Hal.
I did too, because we was playing the Detroit Lions.
What did I pick? What was the score? I don't even have my notepad.
Treevers, you had them
losing, Treevers.
38-14. Yeah, Giants losing.
I was the only one picked up chances to win.
Dig this.
We
scored 1 touchdown in 2 games.
Damn.
Hey, did you hear the stat that I threw out last week, Doomis, about your offense?
No, I did not.
Wow,
at that time, it was 7 games. Now it's 8 games, 20 points or less.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I know.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like Avery alluded to earlier in the segment, the game is won in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Our O-line is completely trash. I thought these dudes would have gotten better. I mean, we bringing you back from last year. You got, you did fairly well last year, but you had problems. Wow, y'all won't even let me speak. Go ahead.
You need to scan that waiver wire, Jack.
Get your drops in. Get your drops in.
I felt like that was the perfect drop. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was impeccable. That time it was impeccable.
They need some help. They need a lot of damn help.
Well, listen. Flowers is a bust completely. And we won't even send a running back out there to chip the fucking DN to help that tackle.
That's all he is getting.
Hold on. Why don't y'all keep y'all tight end in the block?
That beast.
Look, but hold on.
He'll punch you in the mouth.
Oh, you talking about Tony Gonzalez?
Hold on.
Right. That beast.
Hold on. Look at the youngster. Did he not score the touchdown?
Loomis.
It was a quarter, bro.
You know nobody give a damn about that. Your words were, he's a beast. He'll punch you in the mouth. He can block too.
Listen, he's a catching tight end. He's working on the blocking.
He's a receiving tight end. He wasn't a receiving tight end before week 1.
He runs a 4-4, bro.
He was a beast who will punch you in the mouth before week 1.
Punch you in the mouth. That's SEC born and bred. Listen, the youngin was. Can I talk? The youngin was captain of his team 2 years in a row at Ole Miss. Out of the SEC. Come on, man. The SEC is like the NFL. So now he's in the league. He's working through his progressions. The youngin, I'm trying to tell you, y'all better keep your eye on him. Ingram is a beast.
A little too in love with the SEC, dog.
No, the SEC is what it is, bro.
Well, Ingram is a beast in what regard, Doomis? In the NFL.
Doomis, Ingram is a beast.
No, he's too strong. He's too strong for D-backs, and he's too fast for linebackers. Period. That's the recipe.
If he was what you said, y'all would have won the last 2 games.
Yeah.
No. You know why we wouldn't have won the game? Because Eli is under extreme pressure. If you don't trust your O-line, your running backs don't produce anything, and then your key wide receivers are dropping the ball, he has low confidence. Eli's running for his life every play, every game.
You know what Dallas do with Witten when the quarterback is under siege? They keep his ass in the block.
On the line.
That's what they do.
There you go. But he's an offensive weapon, just like Witten.
No,
and Witten is going to go to the Hall of Fame.
He's a weapon. Witten is going to the Hall of Fame. Slash a liability is what his ass is, because if they're running the ball, his ass is a liability. That's what he is.
Well, look, here's the thing. Whether he's blocking or not, the rest of the O-line is trash. They're subpar.
Tight ends are part of the O-line.
They subpar. They suck. And I'll be the first one to say it. And McAdoo was playing, and McAdoo was calling some, I don't know what he was calling. What play? Did he get John Madden's playbook from Madden 2014? Because that's what it felt like. And my defense is on the field too long. We got a top tier defense, but if we on the field longer than the offense is on the field, everybody gets winded. Everybody get tired, man.
That sounds like the circa Chip Kelly Eagles right there.
Yeah.
How about that?
And did I not say, Cash, in last week? I said that defense is gonna have to be on the field too long, and they're gonna get worn out.
Mm-hmm.
Worn out, and that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened, man. Our defense was on the field too long. I mean, it is what it is. But again, if Eli is a decent quarterback. However, if you went and we went and traded for and acquired quote unquote Pro Bowl wide receivers like Brandon Marshall, when the ball hits you in the hand and you don't catch it. Come on, man. He's been how many catches Brandon Marshall has? What, 2 in 2 games?
So Doomis, what are you telling me? You ready to see Jerry Reese get his walking papers?
No.
No?
No, I think we can fix it.
He's on a hell of a run, dog, with the left tackle, drawing a blank on his Eric Flowers.
Flowers is left tackle.
Brought in Brandon Marshall. I said left tackle. He brought in Brandon Marshall. Y'all don't have no running back. This is all his work.
But you know what? I'm still holding out. I'm still New York faithful. At some point that we're going to turn this thing around. We're going to right the ship. But right now, everybody need to get in the cut and take a set from the GM all the way down to the equipment guys. Y'all need to get in the cut and take a set of 4 every hour on the hour until we play the next game.
GMs have big impacts on teams, dog, and they can't be rectified within the season barely. So I don't know. That's a big decision that your organization have to make real soon.
I don't know why in the world OBJ even played. That was dumb.
Yo, I felt like he was out there as a not a distraction, but what's the word we're looking for? A decoy.
And the thing about
because he's not at 100%.
That's, you know what? That's bad coaching too, because it's stupid to put a person who just days before said that he was going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Right. And then you put him on.
He was lying about that shit though. That was just him being a damn drama queen.
I get it, but at the same time, you knew he wasn't even close with a player like Odell Beckham Jr. He wasn't even close to being ready. His whole game is predicated on him being able to cut, on him being able to run after the catch, him being able to be explosive. You can't do that with a high ankle sprain. And it's been, you ain't been practicing. You can't do that.
Right.
All that is true, but it still doesn't answer the bigger picture for the Giants, because Odell has been there, mostly during this 8-game streak of them not scoring any damn points.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
Our problem is the O-line.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our biggest problem. My O-line is trash.
What I'm saying is, don't make a bad situation worse by putting your best player out there when he ain't ready, so he can get broke up again or look like he's less of a player when he's on a bad wheel. That just don't make sense to me.
And that's stupid for him too, because he's trying to get paid. And if
he ain't got paid yet,
right?
But I tell you what, Flowers
anything this season, maybe like 1.2 mil, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But your left tackle is your quarterback's best friend. He protects your blind side. This joker has been getting beat up and beat across.
He's a shitty friend.
No, he's been getting beat up across the line from the word go. As soon as the refs blow the whistle, he's getting blown off the ball. He's being ran around.
Watch as Ziggy toss his ass around, man. I started feeling bad for him.
What's the old saying? With friends like that, you don't need enemies. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Right. He's a friend of me. I think sometimes he playing for the other team. I be like, you can't be this horrible.
But he is. He's that fucking.
But he is.
That's why they got me wearing the bag this week. I'm like, damn, last week we got beat up. And then, look, I don't feel confident going against the Eagles, to be honest with you, even though I'm rooting for them.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm picking the Eagles. Fuck that.
I can't wait to see that game. I tell you that, boy. I can't wait to see that game. Go ahead, though, man. Let's not get off
Stephen A. Smith didn't start laughing. Look at him. Little Stephen A. Smith Jr. He over there getting.
Why y'all gotta be calling me names?
You are, dog. That's your nickname. You screaming A, dog.
Screaming
A.
Screaming Trey. Look,
you've been monitoring his facial expressions and everything. That's your mentor, huh? That's who you look up to. Because you get on the screen and you give us Stephen A. all the way, baby.
Right.
Your acting classes are paying off, Trevis.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say this. Let's move on to the Redskins and the Rams.
Yeah, let's move on to the only team who got it.
The only team that won this week out of the conference. Come on, Redskins, tell me about it.
I'll tell you what. I was very pleased at what I saw. I'll start off with the negatives first. The negatives, I feel like they let the Rams stay in the game too long. They had a chance to put them away a lot sooner, and they didn't. And I felt like they made good drives at the end. Kirk Cousins, he played well at the end and got that touchdown which ended up being the winning touchdown. But at the same time, the Rams shouldn't have been that close. You know, the first half, now we can move on to the positives. In the first half, the Redskins were running the ball exceptionally. Robert Kelly by himself had almost 80 yards in rushing in the first half until he, went out with a rib injury. And then Thompson just played amazing. I mean, he made a lot of the right decisions. Yeah. I felt like he had a phenomenal game. And P-Ryan started out slow, but then in the fourth quarter, it seemed like he started to come along, and the running game, they got back to the running form that they had in the first half. So, I mean, ultimately, they ended up with 229 yards rushing. You can't be mad at that. That's Trevis. That's what it's called running back by committee. That's what it means.
And that's commitment.
Commitment to the run.
Total of 39 carries.
Yes. And I said that's what they needed to do to win that game. I said they have to establish the run, and they did do it. So, I was really, really, really pleased with the first half of that game. I thought they played really, really well. They looked like a team that had come into their system and gotten comfortable in what they were trying to do. So I was really pleased with that. Kirk Cousins, I think he did a pretty good job. He didn't have any turnovers. The team didn't have any turnovers, which is always a good thing when you're talking about the totality of a game. So I thought that was
Cousins
good.
Basically managed the game well. That's what you're saying. He's a game manager.
No, he made great decisions and he played well. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was great. I'm saying he played well. You don't have to throw for over 300 yards to be not considered a game manager. A game manager hands the ball.
That's what I'm saying. He was a good game manager.
All he do is hand. He wasn't a good game manager. He played well. He had a good game. He didn't throw for it.
Yo, you have a playbook in front of you? Is that a playbook?
Yeah, he got cue cards and everything.
Exactly.
You see him,
What got in front of you?
I'm looking.
You got prepared. That's why you was late.
He went to Kinko's. He went to Kinko's.
Like, yeah, I can't.
Hey, look, those are color copies. Those are color copies. Those not black and white.
Like, what?
Hey, for real, Trevis, don't be mad because your team can't run the ball. I can't hate on that. And you ain't have your stats ready when I asked you the question. If you didn't need, you know what? You didn't need your stat sheet because you knew what it was. So you don't need nothing when you have it. I'm just saying.
I was hoping the question didn't even come up. That's what it was. I was like, the question.
I got my stats right here. I'm looking through this thing, and I'm picking out my key points. Like I said, running game.
Our top receiver is Ertz. There's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're
because
right.
our quarterback actually throws to our tight end, unlike the Giants. Anywho, but
we do throw to the Giants, baby. That's how we get a touchdowns. Numbnuts.
You got one touchdown.
Exactly, but it was to a tight end.
One touchdown.
Yeah, one touchdown. But you said we don't throw the ball to the tight ends. That was a statement
about the Redskins. I was disappointed in Pryor. I need him to really step it up some more.
I told you he's at Cleveland.
And he had good catches. He just didn't have enough of them. I need more production.
It's gonna take a while for that Washington Redskins to rub off on him. He's a Cleveland Brown.
Terrell Pryor is a hell of an athlete.
Like Alshon Jeffrey going to the Pro Bowl, man. He ain't been playing that well.
We're trying to wipe the Chicago Bears off of him, yo. Don't worry about
it. You need to wipe something else.
They both need to be sanitized. They got to get.
Terrell Pryor is a hell of an athlete, man. Came out of Ohio State. He played quarterback and wide receiver. He played wide receiver in the league.
College stats.
Hey, listen, man. I'm a college type of guy, man. Don't be mad because I know their backgrounds.
We all know where the hell Terrell Pryor came from.
Shut up.
I mean, here's my final stat.
Knowledge. Go finish up, man.
Here's my final stat. Robert Kelly, 12 rushes for 78 yards.
Is he hurt?
Ray Thompson, 3 rushes for 77 yards. Samaje Perine, 21 carries for 67 yards. And Kirk Cousins had 3 rushes for 7 yards.
Hey, man, I noticed those numbers. Trevis just asked you. I didn't see the game. I saw like a couple of plays of it. Did Rob Kelly get hurt? Why did is Perine the feature back now? Why did he have so many more carries than Kelly?
Well, because Kelly got hurt in the first half with a rib injury. Okay. He didn't come back in the second half.
Didn't come back? Okay.
And see, Thompson is not a every down back. He's more of a scat back.
He's a specialist.
Yeah, he's more of a specialist. He put him out in the flat. You can run him on the outside, but you don't run a back like Thompson. He's not a big dude. You don't run him in between the tackles like that.
Yeah, he's a Reggie Bush type.
Yeah, he's kind of more of a more like a Reggie Bush type. But
all right, enough of your gloating.
No, I'm just saying.
Let that man live. Just because you yet to get on the board, Doomis.
I'm just saying, if the Redskins stick to running the ball, I feel like they'll have good results. They play well.
Where's the wrap it up drop? Somebody dropped the wrap it up drop.
Oh, you need to cut it, Joy.
Hey, wrap it up with that damn bag. Wrap your damn line up.
Yo, hey, let's move in. Let's move into next week's matchup. Skins Raiders, man.
All right.
What's your key? What's your key matchup in that game?
It's in the trenches. Their offensive line they're gonna have to block and they're gonna have to establish the run and commit to the run again.
Okay,
that's what it's gonna be. And if they don't do that, I think everything for the offense of the Redskins flows through that running game. Mm-hmm. I really feel that way. I feel like Kirk Cousins becomes more comfortable when they can open up those passing lanes, put them in manageable third downs, like 3rd and 4s and 3rd and 3s, not 3rd and 13s because they had penalties or either they lost yardage on a run. You know what I mean? Put them in manageable third downs so that he can go through his progressions and make the right decisions. So they have to establish that I think it's at the trenches. That offensive line has to be stout. That's my key. That's what
line. That's your key.
That's the key to that game.
We'll talk about the big one last. I'm excited about that game. So I'll talk about Cowboys Cards right now. And I don't know. I think this is gut check time. You know, you get your ass beat the way that Dallas got their ass beat. This is either make you or break you. You know, they could fold and really spiral. They could get their backs up and come back out and, you know, kind of try to prove that those weren't the real Cowboys last week. And Dez has a lot to prove because he's about to go up against another tough corner in Patrick Peterson. So it's time. It's time. He hasn't gotten out of the gates yet. You know, it's 2 weeks in a row. He hasn't really lived up to his standards. And the defense, they totally have to redeem themselves because they got punched in the mouth, man. They got run over. They got killed on all sorts of patterns. Cats falling down, slipping because they getting faked out so badly. So the defense across the board, even Sean Lee, like, couldn't even tackle last week. And that's a real shocker. You know, he's the best tackler on the damn team. So they all need to step up, man. They all need to step up, especially Dez. And I'm not worried about Dak, and I'm not worried about Zeke Trevis, even though, you know, apparently Dak will never get credit according to the standards you set for him, and you, Stephen A, and all the other talking heads out there. So that's going to be that with Dak. Maine asked me last week, what does Dak have to do to get credit? And I guess now I have an answer for you, Maine. It has to be a game where Zeke rushes for 10 yards or less, and Dak somehow pull it out.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Personally, I never want to see that because I never want to see Zeke have such a horrible game again. So
why would you, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So thanks, Trevis, and you know all the rest of you lummies with them same talking points. Appreciate you.
Win the game.
So having said that, Doomis and Trevis, y'all can have at it with Eagles Giants.
Giants first, please, because you know we haven't heard from.
What's the key matchup in your eyes, Doomis? What's the key matchup in that game?
Our O-line acting like they got a pair of nuts and letting them hang.
Ooh, you ain't because they gonna get tested.
Because that D-line that the Eagles have gonna bring it, and they're gonna bring all kind of blitz packages. Yep. And them damn running backs, if they don't learn how to block, it's gonna be Eli on skates yet again for another week.
Poor Eli.
I'm not worried about my defense because the Eagles don't have a running game, and we're good with shutting down the run. So we sit on those receivers who hadn't a breakout season yet as yet. You know, our defense will hold them tight. However, my problem is I think the Eagles got enough firepower to hold on the ball and sustain drives. And that's what's going to kill us because we're doing 3 and outs because our O-line can't they can't block a 13-year-old boy at a junior high prom dance.
Nope. He'll punch Eric Flowers in the nuts and just run right by him.
Yeah. Run right by him, man. And he's such a disappointment. And McAdoo his play calling needs, and you know, historically we've always played horrible against the Eagles.
Yep. And this is going to be a worse time to come up against them because Eli always thinks against the Eagles. It pisses me off.
You know, and the sad thing about it is, ironically, they may be able to pull this one out because they're doing so bad.
Right. And they'll be desperate, that's for sure. The Eagles should get the Giants' best punch.
Right. You really see the character of that team when they back us against the wall like it is. I mean,
yeah, it's good. It's beyond gut check time. It's like let your nuts hang. Let's see what you're made of. You got any miskite in you?
I hate to interrupt you, Dooms, but there was something I forgot to talk about when it came to the Giants. I hate your coach. He's an idiot. And
Doomis was loving them when he was talking shit on the Cowboys. He was loving them.
And I don't even like to use that word hate, but that dude, he needs his ass whooped because you don't have a quarterback out to the pasture. Like you don't put your quarterback out the pasture like that.
Hey, that cat said,
not just Super Bowl winning quarterback.
He said, well, my quarterback been in the league for 14 years. I expected
my veteran quarterback to get the snap off. Well, fool, if you see he ain't getting the snap off, call a timeout. That's on you.
Exactly. That was another excuse.
His ass and back.
I mean,
hey, I can't even defend that, Avery.
Yeah, man, you don't do that to your quarterback, man. That you basically telling your team that I don't give a damn about your captain. So I'm gonna go up here and say what I want to say and not take any of the blame.
No blame.
I mean, it's different if you run over him a little bit and you say, as the coach, it's my my place to put him in a position or get him ready for those situations. He should have done this. He didn't do it, but I gotta get him ready for that. He's like, oh, he's a veteran. He ought to know that. Come on, man, get out of here with that.
Yeah, he killed him.
Well, you know, it's always pointing the finger and putting the blame somebody else because he wanted to keep his job. But right now, dude, you suck.
Keep your job doing no veteran like that shit. That's kind of
right.
Eli
said the right things publicly, but I'm sure he was pissed about that.
Yeah,
who wouldn't he?
He should.
And because he was a veteran, he said the right things publicly.
Probably went right to his office.
Yeah.
On him. Trevis, what's up, Trevis?
Okay, so in the previous years, our games with the Giants have been tough, to say the least. Doomis feels as though the Giants don't show up. Well, the scores say otherwise. They actually show up, and they're actually pretty close games, most of them. But I feel as though right now with the Giants with their backs against the wall, them being 0-2, they're going to come in, they're going to try to establish the run game against us. I don't think they're going to throw the ball because they're going to try to see what those linemen are actually built for. They're going to try to run the ball real heavy against us. And then they're going to try to do the fades and the cross routes to either Odell or, one of their other receivers. I'm hoping the Eagles bring the blitz the same exact way. When we stop bringing the blitz, that's when we gave up touchdowns. So obviously the blitz is something that's going to help the Eagles defense as far as coverage and as far as us having minimum talent at our corners and being able to bring them up a higher level with, rush throws from the quarterback. Hopefully Eli even falls down the way he did last week when nobody's touching him.
That was a funny ass meme, boy.
Exactly, right? He just went down. It was like, yo, I feel the heat on my neck. I'm going down.
Sugar in that tank, boy. But there's a reason he's played 200 some odd games in a row.
Right? He said, look, I'm protecting myself. Y'all don't pay me enough money for this. But
Eli said,
Okay. No.
In the 2010s, the Eagles are 10-4 against the Giants. The Giants won 1 out of the last 5. So, of course, you know, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to step forward, but, you know, we split it last year.
But you know what, Trevis, I will say this. You know, we did go 0-2 and turn around and went to Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yes.
I seriously hope you not.
But yo, hold on. Y'all had a great coach when y'all did that.
Y'all had great
y'all
coach, y'all had great defense, and y'all had a very respectable offense.
And y'all had a coach that was there before, that's been there forever.
Right.
Coughlin was the man, you know.
Coughlin been there. He's been there forever. He took an expansion team to the playoff. Yep. He's been there forever. You have McAhoe, whatever the hell that name is.
McAdoo, young man.
Whatever the hell his name is.
It's not that same vibe, Doomis. So
it's not.
You can hold on,
but I figured I'd throw that stat out there, though.
I hold on to the pass all you want to because you got the same quarterback, but it ain't working in the upper.
Look, I would be remiss not to say that. My Giants fans will hate me if I did. I was remiss to say point that out.
They're gonna hate you for saying it because it don't apply.
Hey, do that duty that is best, dog. You did what you needed to do, what you supposed to do, dog.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Let that shit ride. Let it ride.
Please let it go.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yo, we gotta get the let it go, Joe.
Wow.
Let it go. Let it go.
Hey, so
so that's my take on it. Hopefully it's gonna be a good game. At least hopefully it's competitive. But we'll see. So let's get our predictions so we can wrap this up.
Hold up. I have one quick buy or sell segment for y'all before we get predictions. Trying to keep it short. Right. Hey, Trevis, are you buying or selling that Corey Clement will become the Eagles feature back within the next 3 weeks?
Another running back.
Oh man, he's big talk here. That's why I asked him, because that's all I hear.
But I'm sitting here, I'm like, where the heck did you get that from?
Yeah.
He don't even know who that is, Mike.
I know who it is, but it's like the starting running back?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I ain't buying that. No way. Yeah, you got to sell that. That's a wrap. Like, he's not even going to see the ball.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. All I know
they're not paying him enough for him to get that ball. They're not paying him enough. They still got Sproles. They're not going to do that.
He's getting a lot of airplay here, and you know that's what happened when these fans start talking up stuff. The GM.
The only way that will happen is if somebody goes down.
Okay. Trevis has spoken. He's selling. Dumas. Will McAdoo give up play calling within the next 3 weeks?
Shit, he better.
No, he's too arrogant to do it. He should, but he's too arrogant to do it.
My bad. I wasn't supposed to answer that. My bad.
Well, let me rephrase it.
You're right. He should.
McAdoo will give up play calling in the next 3 weeks. Are you buying or selling?
Selling.
You're selling. Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to give up the play call next 3 weeks. He's too arrogant. He's too arrogant to do it. His ego too big.
He does have a lot of hubris with him. He makes that shit painfully obvious week after week after week.
Would you say he's one proud fella? Would you say that he's proud?
He's very proud because that's his background, offensive coordinator. That's where he comes from.
But so, you know
infamous words. Pride comes before the fall.
The fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
But you know what's interesting about that is, it's the case for apparently, I guess, McAdoo, Peterson as well. When Garrett became head coach, he was making a lot of the same dumbass mistakes. And Jerry pretty much strong-armed him and was like, listen, you just
be the head coach.
Yeah, you're going to be
him over and told him this is how you're going to take it.
Bring in an offensive coordinator. Yep.
It did. Yeah.
So they might need to pay attention to that shit. Maine.
Yes, sir.
Will the Redskins will stay committed to the run? Are you buying or selling?
Buying
that? Is that hope? Is that hope or wishing?
That's if they want to win some more games, that's better.
They better.
Yeah. I think they will, mainly because they saw success from it. So if that's the hot hand, and they're gonna ride with it. So I feel I'm buying that.
Buying that. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's that segment. Let's get into game predictions, score predictions. I'll start with me. I'm going like I told y'all, I said my Cowboys were going 16-0 because I'm never picking against them. So at least we got that out of the way now.
so 15-1.
Yeah, now we're going 15-1, and I can get back to doing what I do. And I'm saying my boys win 27-20. Trevis.
Yes, sir.
Guys, what you got?
Eagles-Giants game. I say 24-10 Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh. He's saying Eli gonna get his ass beat up some more. That's what he just said.
Jesus.
Doomis, do you care to rebut that?
Yeah, I think the score is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles 10, New York Giants 13.
Grudge match. Grudge match.
You know we averaging more than that, right? The game so far this season, right?
Well, listen,
but y'all haven't played a defense like the Giants.
At least he kept it real about his offense being as anemic as they are. So it'll be 9 games straight according to you, dog.
But I mean, all right, okay. Like, I mean, hold up, man. I'm offended by what you just said. Hold up, dog. I just kind of feel some type of way with what you just said. Like,
10 points.
We 10th in the league in points. Where are y'all at?
But you haven't seen a defense like the Giants all season.
5th in the NFL on yards. We 3rd on passing yards. We 20th on rushing yards.
Y'all do have some rushing yards. Hey, Trevis, this go back to what we said last week. You can look at the numbers, but you got to watch the game, and you know some of those numbers are fugazi.
Yeah, use that eye test.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just
saying, some of those numbers are fugazi.
We are what these numbers say we are, though. I mean, our rushing, we 20th in the league rank. We 20th. We should be.
Dude, it's 32 teams in the league. That's not a compliment.
Yeah.
No, he said that wasn't a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, we 20th. Everything else is within 1 and 10.
Dog, those passing yards are inflated. You know it.
Okay.
Especially tight end is the leading receiver.
Right. And even he didn't get something towards the end of the game that was like completely flukish.
Yeah.
The Giants are 30th in the NFL on points.
You didn't see me jump out there and say we scored 40 points.
You're 18th on passing.
He only said that.
And you are the last team in the NFL on rushing. The last team in the NFL on rushing.
He said they were only scoring 13, dog. Yeah. He said y'all are going to suck just a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
That's what he said. That's his prediction. The Eagles suck just a little more than the Giants.
As Trevis read the stats off his computer.
Yo, check this, yo. Stop trying to pull my team down to yours. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop trying to pull my team.
He reaching up, Doomis.
Yo, he reaching hard. He trying to grab our shoestrings and pull us down. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, it's gonna be a battle, baby. It's gonna be a battle.
Yeah, we're not gonna do this one.
All right, gentlemen. We still got to get Maine. What? Hey, Maine, this is your turn now to battle against that AFC West, buddy. I say good luck.
Yeah.
You've been whooping our ass though so far.
Look, I said that in the beginning of the podcast when we first started airing. I said that the AFC West was going to be our toughest out of conference battles.
Well, shit,
I mean, that might have been the smartest thing you said in the first week, because that's the thing we already know.
We already know. Hey, there go Doomis again with another one of those news flashes.
That's the obvious.
to the master of the obvious. Terrell
Captain Obvious.
Captain Simple.
He played quarterback at Ohio State and he moved to receiver. Word, Doom is word. Oh shit, dog.
It's factual, chumps. I ain't making nothing up.
No, you are not
Like
making up anything. You're also not introducing new facts.
I got.
Hey, Mike, my facts are like your chair you sitting in, old and sturdy.
Yeah, and it works.
Oh man, yo, this Redskins Raiders game. This is my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Redskins 21, Raiders 24.
21-24.
Picking the Raiders.
It's going to be higher than that. I don't know who's going to win, but
I think it's about to be a gun show.
You think it's going to be a shootout?
Gun show. Yeah, it's going to be
so.
Score for score. It's going to be an exciting game. Too bad
I
I'm
think
not
it's
going
a fun game.
Where is that game? Is it out in LA?
Yeah.
It's
in
in
work for y'all though.
Oakland.
Yeah. Oakland. These teams move.
No, they moved. Did they move?
Yeah, I think.
Did they? Oh, actually, I stand corrected. It's in FedEx. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's in FedEx. Okay.
Oh, then y'all got a chance. But a lot of times y'all let your home crowd down though.
There you go with that vibrator again, man. Put your bullet on silent, yo.
Here we go.
We wrap it. We're gonna wrap up anyway. We're doing good on time, and this is good time and to wrap this shit up. So what's last calls, man? Last calls,
man. Hey, look, I think it's gonna be a fun week. Again, it's gonna be a fun week. I'm gonna be paying close attention to this Eagles-Giants game because
bold prediction on the Eagles-Giants game.
Bold prediction.
Eli out the game.
All right. But everybody bold predictions on the Giants.
Yeah, we can do bold predictions.
Eli don't return from this game.
Wow.
They make history and knocking Eli out of the game.
Now,
he don't come back.
That would be because Eli doesn't get injured. And you saw what he did last game, how he'll gladly take a dive.
And you saw what we did to Alex Smith. It's coming.
Alex Smith has
You
more
sound
heart.
like a fool.
He has more heart than Eli to take on those hits.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's coming.
Eli is a Pro Bowl winning quarterback.
And
he don't have to take those.
I'm telling you right now, that blitz is coming. Alex Smith head bounced off that ground like, wow! It's coming, Eli.
My bold prediction.
Hey, Trees, you sound like the only Philadelphian that still eat cheesesteaks from Geno's.
That's the only spot you learned about.
Hey, you heard Trevis say they don't go there no more. Philly is woke now. They black owned now. They go black owned cheesesteaks now.
Man, I just saw Trevis a month ago at Iskabibbles on South Street. Stop playing.
You're a month ago live.
And he was
my brother. Stay
Hey, man, what's your bold prediction?
For the Redskins Raiders, bold prediction: Kirk Cousins will throw for 400 yards passing.
400 yards passing. All right.
It's possible though with the boy Thompson.
Yeah.
He throw him a little scat drone. He gone.
Yeah.
My bold prediction.
That means Pride gonna have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, 400 yards.
Then catch the ball.
Hold on, man. Let's address this. Let's not act like y'all got a receiver that's that much better than Pryor. Come on, man.
Man, ain't tired of your shit.
I'm tired of that.
All I'm saying is we don't have those drop seeds, passes happening anymore. So
hey, you know what? You're right. They're not dropping passes because they can't.
We traded Matthews. We traded Matthews. He a rap. He gone.
Yeah, of course you traded Matthews. He was a bum too. He was your number one last year, and now you bring on Alshon Jefferson as your number one. You think he's gonna be your saving grace? Hell no. Y'all passing game sucks.
The only person that's been dropping passes actually is Torrey Smith. He's dropped a number of them.
Torrey Smith is washed up too. That's why he had another team. He done. That's why he on his third team. He done. Done. Your receivers wouldn't be a number one on anybody else's squad.
Wow.
Neither was yours.
Wow, Trevis, he came at you. He hit you in the mouth.
Probably went to the Redskins because y'all needed a receiver. Same way we said it last week. Alshon came to us because we needed a receiver.
You're making it seem like that Alshon Jeffries is leaps and bounds better than Pryor, and that's just not
I
true.
never said anything about Alshon Jeffrey. You started to compare. I just said he needs to catch the ball. That was it. So then you want to go pick on my receiver. You want to pick on my number one receiver. That's what that was.
You say you was minding your own business, Trevis.
Exactly. All I did was say he needs to catch the ball. I answered your statement. Then you came out of nowhere. Alshon Jeffrey comparison to Pryor. Don't compare because I never compared.
In week 2 of the show, did we not sit and have a 10 to 15 minute conversation comparing Alshon Jeffries and Pryor?
But I never compared just now. I never compared. All I said was
you catch the ball. Is that argument? Is that what you're saying, Trevis?
Trevis saying you starting to bring up old shit.
All I said was he need to catch the ball. That was it. I didn't say nothing about Alshon Jeffrey. I just said he need to catch the ball.
And you ain't got a receiver.
Clear statement.
You ain't got a receiver on your squad that's better than the Redskin receivers. Let's do it. Come on, match them up.
I'll let you have that.
Huh?
You gotta let him have it because you ain't prepared. He got
stats, he got color printouts, he got everything.
He got his laminations over there.
He's the offensive coordinator the way he put them Jones on. I'm like, wow.
And he's got a winning score on it too, baby. Yeah.
Man ain't playing no game.
All right, listen. All right, let's go to my bold prediction.
What's your bold prediction, dude?
My bold prediction is Brandon Marshall is going to get his head right, and the receiving core going to catch over 300 yards combined.
With only
against them weak ass corners that the Eagles got.
But you know what? You're kind of contradicting yourself. You saying that, but yet you gave your team 13 points.
That don't mean they're gonna score.
So they playing from the 20 to the 20 to the 20 all day.
20 to the 20 all game.
Oh my goodness.
It is a bold prediction. I gotta give him credit.
The narrative gonna be Eli got 300 yards, but nothing to show for it in the score.
You get in the red zone, can't do shit with it.
Turnover, better yet. Oh damn! Well,
running backs fumbling the ball on the one, shit like that.
That's painful, dog. That's a funny.
Hey, that was a bold prediction. You know, you asked for a bold prediction. That's the boldest shit I can come up with.
Bold ass prediction. You are right about that. My bold prediction: Cowboys cards. Zeke gets his game back. He goes for 150, and Dak goes for 300. That's my bold prediction. And Trevis can come back and say that 300 mean nothing because Zeke got 150. That's what Trevis is going to say.
Of course he's going to say that.
Hey, your bold prediction should be Zeke go for 25 and Dak go for 300.
Right.
But I don't want that. I can't make a bold prediction that I don't want to happen.
That kind of stuff into fruition.
I don't want a bold prediction just to make Trevis punk ass happy. Then he'll finally be like, okay, dog, I give Dak some credit now. Zeke had a shitty game and Dak played well. I give him some credit.
Hey, Dumas, what was your bold prediction? Marshall goes for what?
Marshall and the receiving core go for 300 yards receiving.
Why you saying Marshall? Ain't Odell y'all number one receiver?
Because he's injured. He's running on a bad wheel, baby. I need a Pro Bowler to step up.
No, but he's still out there, so his will ain't that bad.
No, I didn't say Brandon. Listen, Trevis, you don't hear too good. I didn't say Brandon Marshall was going to go for 300 yards. I said Brandon Marshall and the receiving core.
Yeah, exactly.
Is going to
Odell Beckham's receiving core.
If you were really about that life, Dumas, you would be saying your beast young boy go for $150 and 3 touchdowns.
That's a bold prediction.
No, I think I stepped outside of the box already.
I'm sorry. There is nothing bold about that prediction. That is a week one disaster statement.
Dumas said, no, you're not getting me to jump.
No.
Yo, it's gonna take a lot for you to get
He wasn't taking that bait.
His problem is he should have been on last week. If you was on last week, we'd be past this. But the fact that you're here now, we gotta get it out, man. Gotta get it out.
They improved in every aspect.
And he got our only touchdown. But you tell them my bold prediction is for the receivers to do something.
Hey. I mean, you know, the weakest element on your defense is your corners, so I got to pray on something.
That's a good point.
Yeah, damn good point. I mean, look, but I mean they're holding up with the blitz.
Right.
All right, so look, this has been a great segment, guys.
Absolutely.
Peace, blessings, and love. I'm about to wrap this thing up. I got things to do.
Peace, blessings, and love, gentlemen.
Right for ODC.
Shit, hit the fast forward on that shit. 0-2 some bitches.
They don't deserve no music.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about this Cowboys?
Signing off, people. Deuces. See y'all next week. Week 4.